Course 1, Module 3, Fast Tracks Notes. Introduction, the Project Management Life Cycle and Methodologies. Covered project management fundamentals, defining projects, and their value to businesses. Discussed the role and responsibilities of a project manager in day-to-day operations. Explored core skills necessary for project management success. Recognized progress in understanding project management concepts. Introduced upcoming topics, Waterfall and Agile approaches, project management life cycle and phases, and factors impacting projects. Goals for upcoming sessions, understanding project life cycle, defining project phases and tasks, comparing project management methodologies, and organizing project execution. Exploring the phases of the project life cycle. Understanding the variability in project management approaches. Introduction to project life cycle as a guiding structure for projects. Explanation of the 4 major phases of the project life cycle: initiate the project, make a plan, execute and complete tasks, close the project. Details of the initiate phase, defining project goals, identifying resources, documenting project information, seeking approval. Importance of planning in project management, including key components of a project plan. Role of the project manager during the execution phase, monitoring progress, motivating the team, removing obstacles. Significance of closing the project, celebrating achievements, evaluating project success, communicating outcomes to stakeholders. Examples illustrating different project closure scenarios. Emphasis on following project processes for success. Question: identify the correct order of the project life cycle. A. Initiate the project, execute and complete tasks, make a plan, close the project. B. Make a plan, initiate the project, execute and complete tasks, close the project. C. Initiate the project, make a plan, execute and complete tasks, close the project. The correct order of the project life cycle is C. Initiate the project, make a plan, execute and complete tasks, close the project. Case study, the significance of each project phase. Case study overview: Jason, a project manager, rushes through a proposal for a virtual reality training program for Flight Simulators, Incorporated. Proposal fails due to lack of proper planning and involvement of key stakeholders. Consequences of rushing: proposal lacks accuracy and overlooks compatibility issues. Results in reprimand from company management and project failure. Impacts budget, quality, and timeline negatively. Ideal scenario: Jason communicates with Matteo for more time to prepare a thorough proposal. Flight Simulators, Incorporated grants additional time for proposal development. Jason involves key stakeholders in estimating project effort and requirements. Application of project life cycle: initiating the project, defining project goals with stakeholders. Identifying skill sets, timeline, and costs. Obtaining approval from company leadership and client. Making a plan, creating a detailed project plan with deadlines and tasks. Allocating resources and materials. Executing and completing tasks, monitoring team progress and removing barriers. Communicating with stakeholders to ensure alignment. Closing the project, delivering the completed project to the client. Documenting lessons learned and celebrating team success. Key takeaway: properly following the project life cycle mitigates risks and ensures project success. Careful initiation, planning, execution, and closure lead to good relationships with customers and overall project success. Test your knowledge, understanding the project life cycle. Practice quiz. A sense 8 minutes. A sense 4 total points available. 4 total points. Question 1: what are some potential consequences of rushing through the initiation phase of a project? Select all that apply. 1 point. Impact to quality. Impact to previous projects. Impact to the timeline. Impact to the budget. The potential consequences of rushing through the initiation phase of a project include: impact to quality, impact to the timeline, impact to the budget. Correct. During the initiation phase, it's important for the project manager to clearly define the project's goals and gather information from team members about what will be involved in accomplishing those goals. Otherwise, they risk impacting the project's quality. Failing to gather information from project team members to define what needs to be done at the start of the project can result in impact to the project's timeline at a later stage. If a project manager does not take the time to define the project's goals and gain a clear understanding of what the stakeholders are asking for during the initiation phase, they risk impacting the project's budget. Question 2. Imagine that a project manager has just begun working on a project for a trucking logistics company. The customer wants to see a proposal as soon as possible, but it is taking the project manager longer than expected because he needs more input from stakeholders and the project team. What should the project manager do to turn the project into a success? 1 point. Tell the customer he will need 4 to 6 weeks to formulate a proposal. Ask the customer for more time to consult with stakeholders and the project team to deliver an accurate cost and timeline proposal. Immediately provide the customer the most recent comparable cost and timeline estimate for the work. Research the cost and timeline for similar projects at other trucking logistics companies and share that information with the customer. To turn the project into a success, the project manager should ask the customer for more time to consult with stakeholders and the project team to deliver an accurate cost and timeline proposal. So, the correct option is, ask the customer for more time to consult with stakeholders and the project team to deliver an accurate cost and timeline proposal. Taking the necessary time to get input from all stakeholders and the project team is a key part of formulating an accurate proposal. Question 3. What are the main phases of the project life cycle? Select all that apply. 1 point. Initiate the project. Make a plan. Define project roles. Execute and complete tasks. Close the project. The main phases of the project life cycle are: initiate the project. Make a plan. Execute and complete tasks. Close the project. So, the correct options are: initiate the project. Make a plan. Execute and complete tasks. Close the project. In the initiation phase, a project manager defines project goals and deliverables, identifies the budget, resources, and people they need, and confirms any other details that can impact the successful completion of the project. In the planning phase, the project manager makes a plan for how to achieve the project goals. The plan should include a budget, a breakdown of all the project tasks, ways to communicate team roles and responsibilities, a schedule, and what to do in case their project encounters problems. In the execution phase, the project team completes project tasks while the project manager monitors progress and keeps the team motivated. The project manager also removes any obstacles that come up in order to execute the tasks well and on time. In the closing phase, the team celebrates all of their hard work and evaluates how the project went. It is also an opportunity to let everyone who had interest in the project's goal know what the team accomplished. Question 4. What are 3 benefits of closing a project? Select all that apply. 1 point. Share the team's accomplishments with people outside the team. Evaluate what worked and what didn't work. Celebrate the team's success. Remove any obstacles that come up. 3 benefits of closing a project include: share the team's accomplishments with people outside the team. Evaluate what worked and what didn't work. Celebrate the team's success. So, the correct options are: share the team's accomplishments with people outside the team. Evaluate what worked and what didn't work. Celebrate the team's success. When closing a project, the project manager lets everyone who had an interest in the project's goal know what was achieved. Closing a project allows the project manager to make note of what worked and what didn't so they can plan better for the next project. Closing the project gives the team an opportunity to celebrate and be acknowledged for all of their hard work. Phases in action: initiating and planning. Project life cycle phases: initiate the project. Make a plan. Execute and complete tasks. Close out the project. Initiating the project: organize project information. Define project goals and deliverables. Conduct research for ideas and resources. Record details in project proposal. Obtain approval from decision makers. Making a plan: create budget and project schedule. Establish project team and assign roles. Plan for risk and change management. Communicate plan to team and stakeholders. Ensure understanding of tasks and responsibilities. Key points: deliberate planning is critical for project success. Planning helps in reducing risks and adapting to changes. Communication is vital to ensure alignment and progress tracking. Next steps: execution and completing tasks. Closing the project. Question: what does a project manager do in the project initiation phase of the project life cycle? Select all that apply. A. Close the project. B. Define project goals. C. Get project approval. D. Determine resources, people, and project details. Answers: B. Define project goals. C. Get project approval. D. Determine resources, people, and project details. During the project initiation phase, project managers define project goals to clarify the details of the project. They also need to determine resources, people, and project details and get project approval from decision makers at the company. Phases in action: executing and closing. Project execution phase: manage overall project progress. Oversee team efforts and tasks. Ensure understanding of tasks and expectations. Remove obstacles and communicate delays. Communicate regularly through meetings, emails, etc. Make adjustments to schedule, budget, and resources. Closing the project: verify completion of all tasks. Settle outstanding invoices and return resources. Confirm acceptance of final outcome by stakeholders. Conduct a retrospective to reflect on project performance. Collect project documentation and share final results with stakeholders. Celebrate team effort and project success. Formally conclude the project and transition to new endeavors. Key points: project closure is essential and often overlooked. Reflection through retrospectives enhances future project management. Stakeholders play a vital role in project success. Celebrations boost team morale and motivation. Overall impact: effective project management involves organization, communication, and continuous improvement. Project managers guide teams to success through leadership and coordination. Following the project life cycle ensures project success and efficiency. Which of the following activities are part of the execute and complete tasks project phase? Select all that apply. A. Make adjustments to the project. B. Manage project progress. C. Communicate with the project team. D. Confirm the acceptance of project outcomes. Make adjustments to the project. Correct. Project managers make adjustments to the project as necessary. This can include updating the schedule, budget, and allocation of resources. In this phase, project managers also manage progress and communicate with the team and stakeholders. Manage project progress. Correct. To manage project progress, project managers oversee the team's efforts and make sure everyone understands what's expected of them and how and when to complete key tasks. In this phase, project managers also make needed adjustments and communicate with the team and stakeholders. Communicate with the project team. Correct. Project managers should err on the side of over-communication when sharing information with the team through meetings, emails, memos, and more. In this phase, project managers also manage project progress and make adjustments to the project as necessary. Summary of the project phases. Project life cycle phases: initiate the project, set foundation by addressing key questions. Identify stakeholders, goals, objectives, resources, timeline, and cost. Make a plan, create a detailed project plan with milestones and deliverables. Develop schedule and budget. Execute the project, put the plan into action. Monitor team progress, address barriers, maintain awareness of schedule. Adapt to changes and address weaknesses. Close the project, confirm completion of outcomes. Release team and celebrate successes. Obtain stakeholder approval and document lessons learned. Key takeaway: each phase is significant in capturing expectations, setting up for success, executing tasks, and closing out the project. Following the project life cycle ensures customer satisfaction and project success. Alright, you all, let's talk about the project phases, the roadmap from start to finish, just like racing down the track. Each phase builds on the next, laying down the structure for your project, making sure you stay on course. First up, we got initiating the project. This is where you lay the groundwork, asking all them important questions: who's involved? What's the goal? What's the mission? What's it gonna cost? Next, we gotta make a plan, folks. We're talking detailed blueprints, milestones, schedules, and budgets. It's like planning the best route to victory. Then comes executing the project. This is where the rubber meets the road, folks. We put all that hard work into action, watching our team closely, breaking down any barriers, and staying on top of them deadlines. And don't forget to adapt, cause things can change real quick out there. Finally, we close the project, tie up the loose ends, and celebrate our wins. We make sure everything's done, get that approval, and most importantly, we learn from our mistakes, cause that's how we get better. Remember, each phase has its purpose, from capturing expectations to setting up for success, executing tasks, and closing out strong. Stick to the plan, folks, and you'll be cruising smooth down the project highway. Module 3. Identify phases of the project life cycle. 1. Document what worked, what didn't is what phase of the project life cycle. 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. The activity document what worked, what didn't typically falls within the close out the project phase of the project life cycle. 2. Confirm project outcome is delivered and complete, is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Confirm project outcome is delivered and complete aligns with the close out the project phase of the project life cycle. 3. Create a schedule is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Create a schedule is a task typically associated with the make a plan phase of the project life cycle. So, the correct option is, make a plan. 4. Create list of individual tasks is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Create list of individual tasks is typically a part of the make a plan phase of the project life cycle, where detailed planning occurs. So, the correct option is, make a plan. 5. Manage project progress is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Manage project progress typically falls under the execute complete tasks phase of the project life cycle. This phase involves overseeing the implementation of the project plan, monitoring progress, and ensuring that tasks are completed according to schedule. So, the correct option is, execute complete tasks. 6. Define goals is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Define goals is typically part of the initiate the project phase of the project life cycle. This phase involves setting the foundation for the project by identifying its purpose, objectives, stakeholders, and other key elements. So, the correct option is, initiate the project. 7. Manage budget breakdown is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Manage budget breakdown is typically part of the make a plan phase of the project life cycle. This phase involves creating a detailed project plan, including defining the budget and allocating resources accordingly. So, the correct option is, make a plan. 8. Update team on project status is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Update team on project status typically occurs during the execute complete tasks phase of the project life cycle. This phase involves actively carrying out the tasks outlined in the project plan and ensuring that the project progresses according to schedule. Communication with the team regarding project status updates is crucial during this phase to keep everyone informed and aligned with project goals. So, the correct option is, execute complete tasks. 9. Identify resources is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Identify resources typically occurs during the make a plan phase of the project life cycle. During this phase, Project managers assess the resources required for the project, including human resources, equipment, materials, and any other resources needed to execute the project successfully. So, the correct option is 1. Initiate the project. Not, make a plan. That's incorrect. Make a plan means organizing the project ahead of time. Identify resources indeed falls under the initiate the project phase of the project life cycle. In this phase, project managers determine the necessary resources to carry out the project successfully, including human resources, equipment, materials, and any other resources required. So, the correct option is, initiate the project. 10. Respond to changes and make adjustments is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Respond to changes and make adjustments typically occurs during the execute complete tasks phase of the project life cycle. This phase involves actively carrying out the project plan, monitoring progress, and making necessary adjustments to ensure that the project stays on track and aligns with its objectives. So, the correct option is, execute complete tasks. 11. Identify stakeholders is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Identify stakeholders usually occurs during the initiate the project phase of the project life cycle. This is when project managers and team members identify all individuals or groups who have an interest in the project or may be affected by its outcome. So, the correct option is, initiate the project. 12. Confirm stakeholders accept the completed work is what phase of the project life cycle? 1. Initiate the project. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute complete tasks. 4. Close out the project. Confirm stakeholders accept the completed work typically falls under the close out the project phase of the project life cycle. This phase involves ensuring that all project deliverables meet stakeholder expectations and obtaining formal acceptance of the completed work before finalizing the project. Therefore, the correct option is, close out the project. Test your knowledge, analyzing the different project phases. Practice quiz. A sense 8 minutes. 4 total points available. 4 total points. Question 1. What is the project manager's primary job in Phase 3, execute and complete tasks, of the project life cycle? 1 point. A. Build out the project schedule to properly manage resources, budget, and timeline. B. Monitor the project team as they complete tasks and break down any barriers. C. Document lessons the team learned during the project. D. Step in to complete tasks when the team falls behind. Answer, B. Monitor the project team as they complete tasks and break down any barriers. Question 2. Phase 2 of the project life cycle, make a plan, includes which two of the following tasks? 1 point. A. Determine the purpose and mission of the project. B. Set the project schedule. C. Identify milestones and tasks. D. Break down any barriers that would slow or stop the team from completing tasks. The correct options for Phase 2, make a plan, are, B. Set the project schedule. C. Identify milestones and tasks. 3. During which phase of the project life cycle does a project manager hand off all remaining deliverables? 1 point. A. Initiate the project. B. Make a plan. C. Close the project. D. Execute and complete tasks. The correct answer is, C. Close the project. 4. Imagine a project manager oversees their company's transition to a new financial management system. They determine that the project goal is to make the financial portal easier for employees to use. They also identify key stakeholders and outline project objectives. During which phase of the project life cycle do these activities take place? 1 point. A. Execute and complete tasks. B. Initiate the project. C. Make a plan. D. Close the project. The correct answer is, B. Initiate the project. Module 3 Phase 4. Introduction to project management methodologies. Different types of projects benefit from different project management methodologies. Project management methodologies provide guiding principles and processes throughout a project's life cycle. Two main types of methodologies, linear and iterative. Linear approach, previous phase or task must be completed before the next one starts. Example, building a house. Blueprint created before laying the foundation, foundation before walls, walls before roof. Clear goal and specific results agreed upon from the start. Iterative approach, more flexible, with overlapping phases and tasks. Example, producing a new show for a television company. Idea for the show, filming a pilot, testing in different locations and time slots, gathering feedback, making adjustments. Flexibility to make changes based on feedback and evolving requirements. Linear projects have a clear sequential process and don't require many changes during development. Iterative projects allow for flexibility, anticipate changes, and enable testing parts of the project before final delivery. Google uses a hybrid approach, mixing and matching methodologies depending on the project. Project managers adapt their approach to what makes sense for their project and team. Understanding different approaches helps in selecting or combining methodologies effectively for different projects. Alright, let's break it down. Different projects call for different game plans, and that's where project management methodologies come into play. Think of them as roadmaps for steering a project from start to finish. Now, we've got two main types, linear and iterative. Linear is like building a house. You lay the foundation, then put up the walls, and top it off with a roof, all in a clear sequence. It's a no-nonsense approach where changes midway aren't really an option. Picture it, you're not about to switch from a bungalow to a Victorian after you've already laid down the foundation. Nope, you stick to the plan and deliver what was agreed upon. But for projects like creating a TV show, where you need room to tweak and pivot, that's where the iterative approach shines. You film a pilot, test it out, gather feedback, and adjust as needed. It's all about staying flexible and adapting along the way. At Google, we're all about mixing it up, taking the best of both worlds depending on the project. Our project managers are like DJs, spinning their own style to match the vibe of their team and project. So, are you seeing the bigger picture now? Pretty soon, you'll be a master at picking the right groove for your projects. Keep tuning in because next, we'll dive into the top project management methods to add to your toolbox. What is a project management methodology? A. A tangible outcome from the project. B. A set of guiding principles and processes for owning a project through its life cycle. C. An activity that needs to be accomplished within a set period of time by the project manager, team, or stakeholders. B. A set of guiding principles and processes for owning a project through its life cycle. Correct. A project management methodology is a set of guiding principles and processes for owning a project through its life cycle. The method can be linear, with one task completed before the next can begin, or iterative, with some tasks happening at the same time. Overview of Waterfall and Agile. Introduction to Waterfall and Agile methodologies. Waterfall methodology, sequential ordering of phases. Originated in the 70s. Linear approach with clear phases. Used in engineering, software development, event planning, and retail. Follows standard project life cycle phases, initiating, planning, executing, and closing. Suitable for projects with clearly defined phases, tasks, and goals. Example, catering event with a tight budget. Agile methodology, emerged in response to the demand for faster product delivery. Flexible and iterative approach. Allows for overlapping phases and tasks completed in iterations, sprints. Focus on collaboration, feedback, and adaptability. Suitable for projects with high uncertainty and risk. Example, building a website, delivering parts incrementally for feedback. Comparison between Waterfall and Agile. Importance of understanding different methodologies for effective project management and job interviews. Waterfall and Agile methodologies are pivotal in project management, each with distinct characteristics and applications. Waterfall, originating in the 70s, follows a linear approach, ideal for projects with clearly defined phases and fixed requirements. It suits endeavors where changes are costly, ensuring sequential completion of tasks like catering events on tight budgets. Conversely, Agile, emerging in the 90s, prioritizes flexibility and adaptability, crucial for projects with high uncertainty and risk. Agile employs iterative cycles, such as Scrum sprints, enabling concurrent task completion and client feedback integration. For instance, building a website benefits from Agile's incremental approach, delivering parts for early review and adjustment. Understanding these methodologies is essential for effective project planning and job interviews, showcasing expertise in navigating the project management landscape. While Waterfall and Agile are prominent, various methodologies like Lean Six Sigma are also influential, reflecting Google's diverse approach to project management. Question: when would a project manager want to use the waterfall approach? Select all that apply. A. When project phases overlap and tasks are completed in iterations. B. When there are tasks to complete before another can begin. C. When the phases of the project are clearly defined. D. When project changes are expensive to implement once it's started. The correct options are B. When there are tasks to complete before another can begin. C. When the phases of the project are clearly defined. D. When project changes are expensive to implement once it's started. Correct. Waterfall has a linear approach. It follows an ordered set of steps that are linked to clearly defined expectations, resources, and goals that are not likely to change. This is a helpful approach when there are tasks to complete before others can begin. Comparing Waterfall and Agile approaches. Comparing Waterfall and Agile approaches. Now that you know more about some of the different approaches and frameworks associated with project management, let's compare specific aspects of Waterfall, also commonly called traditional, and Agile approaches. Understanding the fundamentals so far and differences between these common project management approaches can help you demonstrate your project management knowledge during an interview. It can also help you evaluate a project to determine the right approach when working on a job. Waterfall and Agile are implemented in many different ways on many different projects, and some projects may use aspects of each. The chart below briefly describes and compares Waterfall and Agile approaches. You can use it as a quick reference tool, but be aware that in practice, the differences between these two approaches may not always be clearly defined. Waterfall and Agile comparison. Waterfall. Project manager's role. Project manager serves as an active leader by prioritizing and assigning tasks to team members. Scope. Project deliverables and plans are well established and documented in the early stages of initiating and planning. Changes go through a formal change request process. Schedule. Follows a mostly linear path through the initiating, planning, executing, and closing phases of the project. Cost. Costs are kept under control by careful estimation upfront and close monitoring throughout the life cycle of a project. Quality. Project manager makes plans and clearly defines criteria to measure quality at the beginning of the project. Communication. Project manager continually communicates progress toward milestones and other key indicators to stakeholders, ensuring that the project is on track to meet the customer's expectations. Stakeholders. Project manager continually manages and monitors stakeholder engagement to ensure the project is on track. Now that you better understand the differences between Waterfall and Agile project management approaches, you can use this understanding to determine which is most effective for your projects. Agile. Project manager's role. Scrum Master acts primarily as a facilitator, removing any barriers the team faces. Team shares more responsibility in managing their own work. Scope. Planning happens in short iterations and focuses on delivering value quickly. Subsequent iterations are adjusted in response to feedback or unforeseen issues. Schedule. Time is organized into phases called sprints. Each sprint has a defined duration, with a set list of deliverables planned at the start of the sprint. Cost. Costs and schedule could change with each iteration. Quality. Team solicits ongoing stakeholder input and user feedback by testing products in the field and regularly implementing improvements. Communication. Team is customer-focused, with consistent communication between users and the project team. Stakeholders. Team frequently provides deliverables to stakeholders throughout the project. Progress toward milestones is dependent upon stakeholder feedback. Now that you better understand the differences between Waterfall and Agile project management approaches, you can use this understanding to determine which is most effective for your projects. Waterfall, project manager's role, serves as an active leader by prioritizing and assigning tasks. Scope. deliverables and plans are well established and documented early on. Schedule follows a mostly linear path through initiating, planning, executing, and closing phases. Cost, controlled by careful estimation up front and close monitoring throughout. Quality, plans and quality criteria are clearly defined at the project's start. Communication, continually communicates progress toward milestones to stakeholders. Stakeholders, monitors stakeholder engagement to ensure project alignment. Agile, project manager's role, Scrum Master acts primarily as a facilitator. Scope, planning occurs in short iterations, focusing on delivering value quickly. Schedule, time organized into phases called sprints with defined durations. Costs and schedules could change with each iteration. Quality, solicits ongoing stakeholder input and implements improvements regularly. Communication, team is customer-focused, with consistent communication between users and the team. Stakeholders, provides deliverables to stakeholders throughout the project, dependent on their feedback. Now that we've delved into different project management approaches, let's compare two of the most common ones, Waterfall and Agile. Waterfall, often known as the traditional approach, emphasizes a structured, sequential process. Here, the project manager takes the lead in assigning tasks and ensuring their completion, with a strong focus on detailed planning and documentation up front. Changes are managed through formal requests, and progress is tracked linearly through the project phases. Conversely, Agile, led by a Scrum Master, operates with more flexibility and adaptability. Planning occurs in short iterations, prioritizing quick value delivery and adjusting based on feedback. Time is organized into sprints, allowing for continuous improvement and stakeholder involvement throughout the project. While both approaches have their merits, understanding their nuances empowers project managers to choose the most effective method for their projects. Evaluating approaches. Consider the different steps of the Waterfall and Agile project management approaches and consider the benefits of each one. Then, reflect on a project that you recently completed. Write 5-10 sentences on which approach you would use if you were starting it from scratch, and why. If I'm starting a new project, I'd go with the Waterfall approach, no question. It's like building a hot rod from scratch, you gotta have a plan, every piece in its place before you hit the gas. With Waterfall, you lay it all out up front, no surprises. Plus, changes? They're like slamming on the brakes mid-race, costly and risky. So, stick to the plan, hit those milestones, and cross that finish line smooth and steady. That's how you get the win, no doubt about it. Introduction to Lean and Six Sigma. Introduction to Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma combines Lean and Six Sigma methodologies. Commonly used for saving money, improving quality, and streamlining processes. Focuses on team collaboration and positive work environments. Phases of Lean Six Sigma: make, define, set project goals and expectations. Measure, gather data to understand current process performance. Analyze, identify gaps and issues based on data analysis. Improve, make necessary modifications to improve processes. Control, implement changes and monitor to maintain efficiency. Application of Lean Six Sigma, ideal for improving complex or high-risk problems. Uses data and customer focus to discover best practices and permanent solutions. Prevents skipping important steps and increases project success. Flexibility in project management. Different projects may require a blend of methodologies. Examples include Agile for product development, Lean Six Sigma for customer service improvement, and Waterfall for compliance training. The key is to adapt methodologies to fit the project, team, and goals effectively. A mnemonic for make, say, drop the hammer, measure the mile, analyze the gaps, improve the nitrous, control the chaos. That's how you drive more acceleration in competition. Hey all, now we're adding Lean Six Sigma to your project manager toolkit. It combines Lean and Six Sigma for projects aiming to save money, improve quality, and speed up processes while fostering team collaboration. DMAIC, its 5-phase approach, starts with defining project goals, measuring current performance, and analyzing data to identify gaps, like inadequate staffing. Improvements come after careful analysis, then it's all about maintaining control to ensure lasting change. DMAIC works wonders for complex issues like boosting sales or eliminating bottlenecks. At Google, we mix methodologies depending on the project. For example, engineering teams might blend Agile and Waterfall for product development, while customer service focuses on Lean Six Sigma for user experience improvements. Knowing these methods lets you pick what suits your team and goals best, making your project journey smoother. To sum it all up, you can remember MAIC like this: defining tells you what to measure, measuring tells you what to analyze, analyzing tells you what to improve, and improving tells you what to control. Question: in which MAIC step do project managers begin to identify gaps and issues? A. Define. B. Measure. C. Analyze. D. Improve. E. Control. In the MAIC step, project managers begin to identify gaps and issues in C. Analyze. Correct. In MAIC, the analyze step is when project managers learn what to improve by identifying gaps and issues. Lean and Six Sigma methodologies. Lean, originated in manufacturing, focuses on waste removal. Identifies 8 types of waste: defects, excess processing, overproduction, waiting, inventory, transportation, motion, and non-utilized talent. Implemented to utilize limited resources, reduce waste, and streamline processes. Utilizes the 5S quality tool: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, sustain. Implements a Kanban scheduling system for production management. Six Sigma aims to reduce variations by ensuring quality processes. Derived from statistics, aiming for 99.9996% quality. 7 key principles include customer focus, process flow, waste reduction, defect prevention, team collaboration, systematic approach, and measurable improvements. Used to identify measurable aspects like time, cost, or quantity, then improve processes to meet Six Sigma standards. Lean Six Sigma combines Lean and Six Sigma methodologies for increased benefits. Lean focuses on streamlining processes, while Six Sigma reduces variation and ensures quality. Lean tools like Kanban boards and 5S build quality from the start, while Six Sigma inspects and rejects products not meeting standards. Alright, we're diving into Lean and Six Sigma now. Lean, originally for manufacturing, is all about cutting out the waste in operations. Think of it like this: you want to make sure you're only doing things that add value. In Lean, we've got these 8 types of waste, like defects and overproduction, that can mess things up. But we tackle these issues head-on by using the 5S method, which is all about sorting, setting things in order, shining up, standardizing, and sustaining. Plus, we've got this slick Kanban scheduling system to keep our team's work flowing smoothly. Now, Six Sigma, it's all about reducing variations and ensuring quality every time. Picture it like striving for near perfection, hitting that 99.9996% quality mark. We've got 7 key principles, like focusing on the customer and tackling defects head-on. And here's the kicker: when you put Lean and Six Sigma together, it's like combining the best of both worlds. Lean streamlines processes, while Six Sigma ensures top-notch quality. So, whether you're rolling with one of these methods or using them together, you're bound to turbocharge your projects for success. Common project management approaches and how to select one. Waterfall, traditional, linear methodology where tasks are completed sequentially. Project manager assigns tasks and ensures quality criteria are defined up front. Agile, collaborative, iterative approach with frequent testing and improvements. Teams share responsibility, and frameworks like Scrum and Kanban are used. Scrum, agile framework focusing on collaboration, accountability, and iterative development through short sprints. Kanban, visual feedback tool for tracking work progress, utilizing boards with categories like to do, in progress, and done. Lean, utilizes the 5S quality tool to eliminate waste, improve quality, and streamline processes. Implements Kanban scheduling system. Six Sigma, reduces variations by ensuring quality processes are followed every time. Follows MAIC approach: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Lean Six Sigma, combination of Lean and Six Sigma, ideal for saving money, improving quality, and solving complex problems. Utilizes 5S framework, MAIC process, and Kanban boards. Selecting a project management approach varies depending on project, organization, and team. Often a hybrid approach is used at Google, combining different methodologies. Requires careful consideration and practice to choose the most suitable approach. Further guidance available in additional articles on common methodologies and their application. Which project management methodologies should you use? What is a project management methodology? A framework guiding project organization and performance. Why are there so many different types of project management methodologies? Reflects the diverse needs, goals, and production methods across industries and teams. The project management process, how to choose the right project management methodology. Consider factors like cost, team size, risk tolerance, flexibility, timeline, and client collaboration. 17 Project management methodology examples and frameworks. Waterfall methodology, traditional linear approach, tasks completed sequentially. Suitable for clearly defined projects with stable requirements. Agile methodology, iterative, adaptable approach, allows for frequent testing and reassessment. Ideal for projects with evolving requirements and stakeholder involvement. Try this project management methodology if Waterfall/Agile, clear versus evolving project goals and requirements. Stakeholder involvement preferences. Need for predictability versus adaptability. This project management methodology might not be for you if Waterfall/Agile, lack of clarity versus readiness for change. Documentation needs. Rigidity versus flexibility in project scope and deliverables. Scrum methodology, Agile framework focused on short cycles called sprints. Led by a Scrum Master, with small teams reviewing performance in sprint retrospectives. Ideal for continuous improvement but requires full team commitment. Kanban methodology, visual representation of tasks on a Kanban board, originating from manufacturing. Tasks progress through columns, allowing immediate progress overview and bottleneck detection. Encourages work in progress, WIP, limits for focused productivity. Scrumban methodology, hybrid of Scrum and Kanban, allowing continuous pull from backlog. Incorporates sprint cycle from Scrum and work in progress limits from Kanban. Beneficial for teams desiring a combination of Scrum and Kanban principles. Extreme programming, XP, methodology, Agile approach emphasizing teamwork, collaboration, and self-organization. Defined rules based on 5 values: simplicity, communication, feedback, respect, and courage. Suitable for fostering collaboration in small, co-located teams. Adaptive Project Framework, APF, methodology, Agile approach designed for adaptively responding to change. Teams anticipate risks and prepare for unexpected changes in the project. Ideal for projects prone to change and requiring flexible adaptation. Lean methodology, originates from manufacturing, focuses on maximizing value and minimizing waste. Addresses wasteful practices like Muda, Mora, and Muri. Aimed at cutting down costs and improving efficiency. Critical path method, identifies critical tasks and their dependencies to determine project timeline. Utilizes milestones and visualizations like Gantt charts. Suitable for large-scale, complex projects with strict deadlines. Critical chain project management, builds on critical path method, allowing buffers for flexibility. Provides more realistic timeframes for project completion. New product introduction, NPI, covers the development and launch of new or improved products. Involves multiple phases or stage gate process. Requires cross-functional collaboration and communication. Package-enabled reengineering, PER, facilitates business transformations through process or people realignment. Outcome mapping, focuses on creating lasting behavioral change rather than measurable deliverables. Commonly used in charitable projects in developing countries. Six Sigma, aims to ensure consistency in output and quality by eliminating defects and reducing variation. Utilizes make, define, measure, analyze, improve, control, or DMAD, define, measure, analyze, design, verify, process. PMI-SBOK, best practices guide forming the basis of PMP certification. Ensures projects meet industry standards and best practices. Prince2 methodology, equips project managers with knowledge of best practices and processes. Guided by 7 principles and 7 processes. Requires certification and is popular in the UK. Rapid Application Development, RAD, methodology, Agile approach facilitating faster software development. Values rapid prototype releases and user feedback over strict planning. FAQ, discusses Agile and Waterfall methodologies, their characteristics, and why project managers use them. Highlights the importance of project management methodologies in bringing structure and organization to projects.